Jehovah's Witnesses are among the most sincere Christians you can find on planet Earth. They believe in leading a pure lifestyle, that it is important to call God by name, that it is wrong to have worldly associations and to participate in politics or anything patriotic. They do not take blood transfusions and do not celebrate birthdays, Christmas, or Easter. Probably the most admirable thing about Jehovah's Witnesses is their desire to reject false doctrines, but that creates an interesting irony. They believe they are the only ones who have the truth, while holding for dear life to some of the most shocking beliefs. Shocking belief number 1. Jesus' second coming already took place, but of course, only Jehovah's Witnesses recognize his invisible return. This invisible return took place in 1914 when Jesus cast Satan to earth. Shocking belief number 2. Not only has he returned, but he is earth's new ruler, apparently co-ruling as it were with Satan, who is the ruler of this world. They are pretty confused about that one, and the typical witness cannot give you a rational explanation for the invisible presence of Jesus. Shocking belief number 3. That there are two classes of Christians, the anointed and the great crowd. This great crowd represents 99% of witnesses, and Jesus is not their mediator. Shocking belief number 4. The great crowd must follow the anointed, but it is impossible for any man to identify the anointed, so it would be pointless to even try. Shocking belief number 5. That 4 years after his second return in 1914, Jesus appointed them as the faithful and discreet slave. Over the years, the identity of the actual slave has undergone several changes, but today it is their governing body of 7 anointed men that make up what they call the composite slave. Shocking belief number 6, that God has replaced the divine inspiration of the Holy Spirit with direct instructions from Jesus, but only to these 7 men who declare themselves the faithful and the discreet slave.
Although there is no divine inspiration today, still Jesus leads his people progressively through the services of the faithful slave.
Shocking belief 7, that you cannot understand the Bible without these 7 men, that they are the only ones on the planet who understand the deep things of God. They are God's sole channel of communication to man. 8. That Jehovah and Jesus completely trust these 7 men, so all Jehovah's Witnesses should too, because their spiritual strength, their relationship with God, and ultimately their salvation depend on these 7 men. Shocking belief number 9, that the great crowd should not partake of the emblems of Jesus' broken body and spilled blood because they are not anointed. They declared some persons who partake of the emblems, believing they are anointed, to have emotional or mental problems. Shocking belief number 10, the great crowd has no heavenly hope. They have to remain on earth while the anointed go to heaven. Shocking belief number 11, that Abraham, the father of the Jews, and all Israelites who lived and died before Jesus will not make it to heaven, but the anointed, including these 7 men, will be in the 144,000. Remember 2 things. 1, the 144,000 is made up of the 12 tribes of Israel, and 2, even though it is pointless for any man to try to determine who will go to heaven, they know that Abraham will not, but these 7 men will. In fact, they have already declared that one of them, who died recently, is now in heaven, as is the case with a number of other persons they have identified. Shocking belief 12, that in paradise earth, some persons will be resurrected to be given a second chance to know Jehovah. This for a probationary period of 1,000 years, but that in that paradise, men will still be rejecting Jehovah. Sin will still abound in their paradise earth. There are several other shocking beliefs. In fact, I wanted to make this a list of 10, but could not think of 2 of the above to be left out of the top 10. The fact is, after exceeding 10, I tried to settle at a list of a dozen. But how can I leave out shocking belief number 13? Even though Donald Trump is the President of the United States, Vladimir Putin is leading Russia, the Queen is head of state in the United Kingdom, Jehovah's Witnesses teach that Gentile governments came to an end in 1914. I kid you not, I really did not want to go beyond 12, but shocking belief number 14 is that a mother should never speak with her expelled daughter, even if it takes more than 15 years for that daughter to come back to the organization. That's right, expelled members are shunned, and it matters not if it is your child. Which brings me to shocking belief number 15.
There are no other people on earth that are as spiritually free as we are.
Okay, I could go on, but I'll leave it at that.